What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to a FUT squad builder, or a FUT swap squad builder should I say. Yesterday, or maybe the day before by the time you're watching this, we did a squad builder for the weekly objective of stunning debut. I overlooked using Ibra. I should have used Ibra. I understand your concerns on that one. And today we're back with a FUT swap player squad builder. So the FUT swap player to collect the Kalyan was to play 15 matches across any FUT game mode this week. So I built a squad with the two pink boys up top so that we could complete this. I had 4 games left when I started. I needed 4 more. I had played 11 already. You'll see at the end of the video when I claim the Kalyan. And of course I played them in FUT Champs. So that's right, I took those 2 guys up top into FUT Champs. I thought I'd give myself a challenge and stick with the 4-4-2. And I also thought I'd give myself a challenge and stick with both of these players up top throughout the whole of all of the games just to test them out. Their stats are horrific. I gave Llorente a finisher chem style and Negredo a deadeye chem style. Before we get into what team I built around them, if you guys could drop a thumbs up, it would be very much appreciated. Let's just try and smash 5k likes on this video. And if you guys are enjoying squad building themes pertinent to weekly and or daily objectives, let me know in the comment section and I'll keep them coming. If people just generally don't like this and don't watch this, I'll stick to the traditional the best team in FIFA squad builders, or the traditional draft to glory, or whatever the live content is that's out at that moment in time. But I really feel like there's an avenue to build fun, funky squads with the challenges just to be able to complete them. So as I say, I started with these 2 and I thought, as they're both Spanish, why not build a full Spanish squad? And what I did is I used some players I already had, some players were brand new, some players I wanted to try, and some players that I've loved since back in the start of the game to build this entire squad. So in goal, guys, let's go to Nation and Spain. In goal, we have got my very own Red Rico. Not the most insane card. I've used him for 26 games. Although he's got a nice height, because his handling and diving are pretty poor for goalkeepers in this standard of the game, this late on, and his reflexes and positioning are only good, he's one of the weakest goalkeepers that I've used. But I thought, since I had him in the club, we'll use Rico. We haven't used him much, although we've used him before, and featuring him in a full Spain squad builder would be quite fun. In at right back, guys, I went to an old favourite from previous years. Team of the season, Juanfran. I think FIFA 16 was a card that I played a lot with. We bought Juanfran for 41,000 coins. You can see we played the 4 FUT Champs games with him. High medium work rates, 3-star, 3-star. Popped a shadow on him. Obviously takes him to 99 sprint speed and 93 acceleration, and then 99s across the board, except for heading, and I think interceptions only up to 93. But other than that, this is a very good card. You know, really good reactions, good ball control, good passing, good crossing, good curve. And one of the reasons why I actually wanted to stick with the 4-4-2 whilst having these 2 boys up top is because Llorente is 6'5" and Negredo is 6'1". So for crosses, with 2 awesome crossing techniques available in the game right now, there was always an opportunity that we can score some fun, good headers and goals and such with these 2 guys. So our first centre-back, guys, is going to be Cesar Azpilicueta and then Martinez. So Martinez I've used recently in FUT Champs. We played 3 games with him last weekend. People keep telling me not to use this card because it's bad. I mean, it's got a lot wrong with it. Medium work rate is terrible. 2-star weak foot, terrible. 5'11", not ideal. But he's actually quite well-rounded. Apart from his really low reactions, his defending and his physical well-rounded, which is why I applied an anchor chem style to him, because I boosted all of those up. And I personally don't really have many problems with him. Yep, he's a little low on pace, and his reactions make him susceptible to getting caught by through balls. But generally speaking, he's actually a good defender. And then, of course, Azpilicueta, we picked him up for 18,000 coins. 4 games played, 3-star, 3-star, medium, and 5'10". So I've got 2 really short centre-backs. But Azpilicueta, much better. Rapid, very good reactions, insane defending, and great stamina to boot. What a centre-back pairing this might end up being. So in at the left-back spot, guys, we've got one of my red inform cards, and that's 88 Jordi Alba. 124 games on him throughout the time since I packed him. Obviously, he is amazing. Good reactions, good dribbling in general, good short passing and crossing, perfect speed, and very high defending. And you probably think that's a waste having a shadow on him. And generally speaking, you are right. The reason why I've got Shadow instead of an anchor on him is because his stamina and jumping are already so good, and his strength is so low that I think an anchor would be wasted boosting him to just 74 strength. I don't think it would make that much of a difference. I'd much prefer to give him the 99 maxed out defensive stats, which he doesn't get with an anchor. So that's why I went with that. So that is our back line, guys. Jordi Alba, Martinez, Azpilicueta, and Juanfran with Rico in goal. In the midfield slots, we have got first and foremost our 89 Thiago. This is a pack pull Thiago and untradeable. This 4 games that he played for me here today were 4 of only 7 that he's ever played for me. Of course, he has 5-star skill moves, which is great, but only a 3-star weak foot, which is quite disappointing because I feel like you need 4-star or higher in your midfielders. Otherwise, you're just putting yourself at an immediate disadvantage. But I wanted to play with him because he's pack pulled and he's just got really good stats in certain areas. His passing is exemplary, his vision's very good, his ball control and dribbling are exceptional. And okay, he's weak with not the greatest stamina and his sprint speed is quite low. Given the fact that he's got 73 pace, he's actually quite slow, but he looks like a balanced midfielder, you know, really good dribbling, really good passing, and decent long shots as well. I kept basic chem style on him, I gave him a well-rounded boost across the board. And to be fair, his stand tackle and slide tackle are not too bad. They're not the worst. You know, most centre midfielders, especially attacking-minded ones, are like in the 40s and 30s for the defensive stats. So the fact that he's got good interceptions and okay, you know, I don't want to sit here and say that's good or anything, but it's better than most, you know, like if we look at, say, for example, who do we use? Kaka here as a centre midfielder. I mean, he's down in the 33s and the 44 for interceptions. So, I don't mind that Thiago. And then our other centre midfielder is Ander Herrera. I've loved this card. Nearly 200 games on him, nearly 100 goal contributions. 4-star weak foot is great. He lost the 4-star skill moves from last year, but high work rates is ideal in my opinion for a centre midfielder. He's nice and tall at 6 foot, and he's just incredibly well-rounded. Great ball control, great reactions, really good short passing, really good vision. With a shadow chem style, he's got good pace, good defending, good stamina, good aggression. And for someone who has low shot power, low long shots and low finishing, you are about to see in these 4 games upcoming some sensational goals from Ander Herrera. And you just think, how? Maybe, I don't know. You'll see. You will see. So that is the core of our team, guys. In at the left mid spot, we've got the 82 Delafo. It is the one to watch version, even though he doesn't have a special card. I've got 6 games with him, so 4 games in this upcoming section here, and then just 2 other games before that. But at 4-star with high-low work rates, I like this guy a lot. Great pace, great dribbling, great ball control, great agility. Again, a few problems with strength, a few problems with composure. But generally speaking, this is for what I want him for, which is to just cut down the wing, get into the space and feed those 2 big men up front. He's got everything I need. Great acceleration, great sprint speed, great agility. We've got an engine on him, so we boost dribbling, we boost pace as well. And then as you see, I've got the engine on him because it also boosts passing. I want to increase that crossing, I want to increase that curve, just because I will potentially be whipping balls in with him. However, because the crossing mechanics are so broken with both the 2 efficient types of crosses right now, crossing is not the most important thing when crossing. So as stupid as that may seem or may be. And then last but not least, guys, I've gone back to an old favourite from the start of the year, and that is Jose Kalyan. One of the guys that I just absolutely loved. Terrible weak foot. Terrible skill moves for a winger. But there is just something about this card that makes him exceptional. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. 1 goal, 3 assists in the 4 games you're about to see. But he's got great pace. Obviously, great attacking position, and maybe that's what it is, because he's so high stamina, so high positioning, so high pace, and with very good ball control. It feels like such a strong card. Now I put sniper on him to boost that shooting and boost his dribbling. Because he just always, you know, he gets in those good areas to score. So boosting his dribbling really helped, and boosting his shooting didn't really help. Maybe I should have put dribbling and passing on instead of dribbling and shooting. But that, guys, is the squad that we used. As I said, I only used Kaka, Rijkaard, Rooney and Sterling as subs. Schweinsteiger, Monreal and Cavani never saw the light of day during these 4 games. Sterling came on all 3 of them. On all 4 of them. Kaka came on 3 of the 4. Rooney on 1 and Rijkaard on 2, I believe. So I'm taking this squad into FUT Champs to test out these 2 FUT swap players so that we can complete the 15 games to collect the FUT swap Kalu. Let's get into the action. Okay guys, as we get into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 4-1-2-1-2 squad with Lukaku, Vardy, De Bruyne, Sané, Inform, Sterling, Bakayoko, Azpilicueta, Bailly, Rose, Klein, and I can't remember the goalkeeper, I didn't see it in time. Now one thing that I thought when playing into these games, I said to myself, you know, if I can even win 2 of the 4 games with this team, I'll be delighted. And the reason why I thought 2 out of 4 in FUT champs would have been good is quite simply because those 2 strikers are not, they shouldn't be good enough. They should not be able to compete. The midfield is pretty solid. You know, Delafeu has a lot of pace, obviously with 4-star, 4-star. Herrera and Thiago are very, very good. They're really well, Herrera specifically is really well balanced as we get our first goal there with Llorente. And on the right-hand side, you know, we've also got a nice pace merchant in Kalyan, very good player as well. Our defence is actually really strong as well. Lots of pace involved in the defence, and other than Martinez, it's pretty good. Rico's not bad as well. So, you know, when looking at the team, it really is just the front 2 that are the worst 2. And obviously I had that in mind. You know, I came into these games thinking, all right, so I've got 2 absolute slow coaches, and that's going to have to require me to play a different style of FIFA. And by adapting my style of play of FIFA for the team that I had, actually turned out to make me incredibly frustrated with how caught up in this game I got of meta players and doing things just wrong. And what I mean by that is, out of all 4 games I played, you'll see, I don't know if you will see the match stats, I kind of skipped through them quite quickly, but every single game we played here coming forwards, I had, you know, 60 to 65% possession, well above 90% pass accuracy. I scored multiple goals. I can't even remember how many goals I scored, but it was a lot of goals throughout the 4 games. And I generally played an exceptional caliber of FIFA. And I still conceded goals, of course, because I don't have quite the meta team. But by just playing this slow pass move game with players that don't have the capabilities to accelerate with a heel-to-heel flick or get past with a roulette or take a finesse shot from the top of the box, by doing so, it brought me back to a level of just playing good basic FIFA. And I sit here and I think, man, after playing FIFA like this with this team, and let's see those match stats off the bat. So a nice 10 rating for Sterling on the bench there as well, off the bench, sorry. 2 and 1 for Negredo and Llorente. And then match stats, so 64% possession, 93 pass accuracy, and dominated by way of shots. But by slowing it down and playing this FIFA, I sat there and I thought to myself, as we come up against an utterly insane team. 2 icons, 3 icons, Team of the Year Bonucci, Alexandro Path to Glory. He's got a red Milinkovic-Savic, so he's obviously a veteran of FUT champs. Inform Batshuayi, Inform Vidal, the FUT birthday Royce. This is a sick team. And I looked at this team and I thought, yep, I've got no chance. However, we start things off again. But going back to what I was saying, you know, after playing with this team and playing such strong FIFA, I sat there and I thought, man, imagine now if I could play like this with an incredible team that I usually have out there, how much difference would that actually make? So I'm excited to get back into FIFA this week, to put together a really strong team and really like take what I learned from playing with a team where, you know, here with Llorente, I can't, like, if I had, say, my normal striker there, say Rashford, when I turned with Llorente, if that was Rashford, I would have turned and then tried to accelerate away from the defender. I maybe would have hit a long shot because the defender was pressing me or catching me. Maybe I would have got into the box and gone for a low driven. But bottom line is I would have accelerated away with Rashford. When I got there with Llorente and turned around, I knew I couldn't accelerate away from the defender. So instead I just walked forward, waited for the run, played a solid ball through and got an easy goal. And eventually we make it 4-1 as well. Sterling here gets in. This is a really nice play, you know, ball roll inside. And when I brought Sterling on, because I brought Sterling on, I brought Kaka on, I brought Rooney on and I brought Rijkaard on as a mix of those 4 throughout the 4 games. But all the time I brought Sterling on every game. And when I brought him on, he did add that extra dimension that I didn't have through having Llorente and Negredo up front. Although I did have Delafeu at left wing and then I brought Sterling at left wing. It was just that he just added, you know, with how good he is, I don't know, he just added something. And here's Ander Herrera banging in another long shot. I said to you guys at the start of the video, you know, he doesn't have the best stats and I don't have a Chemstar boosting his stats, but he just scored banger after banger. And as we look at the match stats again, guys, what you'll see is just utter domination against that team as well. Crazy, absolutely crazy. So we get ourselves a nice 63% possession, 90% passing, lots of shots on target, and just generally speaking, an utterly dominant performance from a team with Negredo and Llorente's base cards up front. Third team, we come up against another insane team. Okocha, Larson, 92 Cavani, Inform Lukaku, a Path to Glory Martial, David Alaba off chem, which is a bit of a weird one. I guess he got a red card for his Premier League centre-back in the last game. I don't know. You know, I really thoroughly enjoyed the style of FIFA that having this team urged me to play, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to run past people with the 2-star and 3-star skill moves of those two strikers. I knew I wasn't going to be able to skill past people, so I had to pass past them. I had to pass around them, and it generated a game style that was honestly just exceptional. And I'm not saying I'm exceptional. I'm just saying, like, the way I was playing here, it just seemed to work so well. So yeah, I'm really excited to get, you know, a couple of really good strikers back up front, a really strong midfield, and a much better defence, as my opponent here scores just an absolutely insane chip with Cavani. That is just beautiful. Yeah, I'm really excited to go and get another, you know, put my main team back in and have a play around and see what impact slowing my game down does. But talking of Herrera again, you know, he scored a couple of long shots already. You'll see a few more long shots from him as well. But here's Negredo with a beautiful left foot curler around the corner. And again, you know, he doesn't have the best shooting stats, doesn't have the best curve, doesn't have the best long shots. I think long shots is his most dominant shooting stat, though, for Negredo. But all in all, really fun playing with Llorente and Negredo. As I say, I came in here with the idea of winning 2 games. I'm coming up against teams with prime icons, coming up against that, I mean, that second team that I faced with, that team of the year, Bonucci, with lots of icons, like, that's an exceptional team, and I absolutely worked that guy. This game here, I went 4-1 up, and I nearly threw it away. The dude pulled it back to 4-3 with 15 minutes left, and my nerves started getting involved. I was like, God damn it, I'm actually going to throw this away. And I actually did throw it away. Romelu Lukaku just hammering that one home to make it 4-4. However, straight off a kickoff goals OP. Jordi Alba down the left-hand side, threads it into Llorente. Llorente just waits for the run of Alba to get it back to him. Alba turns it into Ander Herrera, who plays the 1-2 with Negredo, and then bangs another long shot. And what a sensational shot that was as well. Good goal too, even though it was a kickoff goal. Really well worked passing move. And we end up winning our 3rd out of 3 with this team, guys. So really already beating my expectations, winning 3 out of 3. And you can see again, 60% possession, 91% pass accuracy, 11 shots out of 11 on target, and a deserved victory. And into the final game we go. Another icon, Path to Glory Sterling, Wayne Rooney, Christian Eriksen, all very good players in there. Kante, Bakayoko, Bailly, Boateng, Alaba, Neuer, and Kyle Walker. I know there's a few of his players just off chem there, Rooney off chem, Bailly off chem. But generally speaking, it's a really good squad. But early on in the game, we get the ball through to Ander Herrera. He cuts it out to Martinez. Martinez to Negredo. Negredo tries a shot on his right foot. You know, he's got a 3-star weak foot, so he's never going to score from there. But Kalyan eventually plays 1-2 with Herrera and does find Llorente, who slides that one home. And that was a great goal. I mean, like the passing on the edge of the box, the movement from the players. It was just a really nice, clean goal. Very fun to play with this team and to score. So we go 1-0 up. We eventually made it 2-0. Juanfran with a little bit of trickery there, giving the old Casablanca to the striker trying to tackle him. It goes through to Negredo, plays a 1-2 with Llorente, and we complete 1 of those 4 chip shots that we need to score to complete another one of the weekly objectives. Negredo getting in on the scoring action yet again. And then finally, just before half-time, here's Kalyan down the right-hand side, exposing that pace that he's got, and cutting back inside on the halfway line, plays it out to Juanfran. And this is just a testament to how this team played. Look at how I'm playing. I'm not rushing forwards. I'm not being aggressive with how I'm playing. I'm taking care of the ball. I'm passing it as much as I can. I'm trying to make sure the ball is always in the possession of my players, in my players' feet. Thiago there plays it to Herrera. Herrera with a ball roll, Herrera with the shot, and that's another sensational goal to wrap up the gameplay, because at this point, my opponent decided to rage quit. So I actually won all 4 games with this team in FUT Champs. Spectacular. Did not expect that at all. And again, you'll see from the match stats, guys, that it was just another whitewash Just another absolute dominant performance from me. 63% possession and 93% pass accuracy. Over a 4-game span, I don't think I've ever been so just dominant in a 4-game set of FIFA. And you can see there, it was all FUT Champs games. It was all with this team. Obviously, I can't use stat cards. It was just these players and just this team. This, though, guys, is going to be end of the gameplay. Let's go and claim that new swap card. So, guys, 4 games, 4 wins. Unreal. I genuinely didn't expect that. I would have said in the intro or the squad building section, you know, with a team like this in FUT Champs with these 2 strikers, I would be happy with 2 out of 4 wins in FUT Champs with a squad quite like this. Don't get me wrong, there's some beasts in here. You know, Jordi Alba is great, Thiago is good, Herrera is great, Juan Fran is, you know, top tier. But, you know, having Negredo and Llorente up front and sticking to this formation throughout, and not giving them pace either, it was tricky. But in FUT Champs, 4 games, 4 goals, 5 assists, only a 3-star weak foot and 2-star skill moves. Doesn't it show that it is more about the player and less about the team when I can be successful with cards like this in FUT Champions? And then the same as Negredo, guys. 4 games, 5 goals and 3 assists, 2-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. I mean, he is terrible. By all accounts, he's terrible. But he scored some great goals. They're both absolutely horrifically slow. I did make subs in some of the games. Sterling came on either left mid or right mid at half time. Rooney or Kaka came on in at centre mid at half time, and Rijkaard came on at centre back for a couple of the games. But I left Llorente and Negredo up front all games, all 90 minutes of every game, unless there was a rage quit. With that being done, guys, we then complete the weekly objective of the FUT swap player with the FUT swap squad builder that we built, and that gives us another pink card. Salomon Kalou, another really slow, really useless card. At least he's got 4-star skill moves and 3-star weak foot. He is the better of the 3 cards in terms of if you wanted to use someone as a central base player. He'd still be pretty terrible, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, so that was a squad, guys. We've now completed Kalou. As I said before, you know, I want to try something with weekly objectives. I'll keep going and going until I get it right. Maybe I won't get it right, maybe I will get it right. And maybe we'll just stop doing the weekly objective stuff. But I actually had fun in this video with the team to get Kalou. So that, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.